one of the most desired things that a political activist tries to accomplish is to put his or her opponent in an unwinnable position where they have two choices, and no matter what they pick, they're going to upset someone. And it seems that Joe Biden and his administration has been placed in such a position, not by political activists, but simply by fate. You see, for the last 5 years, March the 31st has been the Transgender Visibility Day. And you can look it up. Even the Trump administration was celebrating it. The only thing is that it didn't happen during Easter. But as the stars align, as the moment is upon us, it has happened this year. And this Easter, Biden proclaims that Sunday is Transgender Day of Visibility. In other words, he was put in an unwinnable position. On one hand, he can upset the Christians, and if he does, take into account that the Latinxes and a lot of African Americans, despite the fact that the Democrats don't want to admit that they're pretty Christian. They're very Christian, and stuff like this may upset a small percentage of them. Not a lot, but significant enough that they may consider how they're going to cast their votes during the next election. On the other hand, they can upset the LGBT lobby, and oh my goodness, I mean, you can't do that, right? To me, what this shows, from what I get, is that most people in America, despite the fact that this celebration was going on for several years now, they had no idea it's going on. This whole thing is just 100% performative by politicians. It has no actual impact on the public opinion because the public don't even know in order to have the opinion. So this isn't a grassroots thing, right? Like, it's not that people all of a sudden talked amongst each other and debated amongst themselves and they realized, hey, like we need to have this celebration. We should actually do this. And then if they actually did do that, then you would know that, March the 31st is Trans Visibility Day. But no, this is something that was signed on a piece of paper, and it's like, no, this is the correct way of thinking, and if you don't think like us, you're a fucking bigot, then here you go. Right? Contrary to that, if you look at Romania celebrating Halloween, Halloween is not something that's imposed upon us. Like, we have heard about it from Hollywood. Like, under communism, we didn't even know about its existence, but we saw the Americans celebrating. We thought it's cool. So now we're doing it. We don't trick or treat, but we have these Halloween parties and people decorate their houses like Halloween themes. And it's great, right? But this is grassroots. This is what happens when the people themselves are thinking, yeah, this is kind of nice. And I'm pretty sure that over time, it may actually be something official that you may see in 10 or 20 years from now, a Romanian president going around and saying Happy Halloween, right? Because it becomes a Romanian celebration simply due to the fact that the people look at it and they're like, yeah, this is kind of nice. We can have that here. Now, the thing with the Biden administration is that they have done their absolute best in order to antagonize Christians. They have been some cheeky little shits about it. Like if it was done in high school, if a person was like Joe Biden and was behaving the way the Democrats behave in high school, people will say, aren't you a cheeky little shit? Because that's what they're doing. They're constantly going out of their way to antagonize Christians. They go around and they create new words like Christofascism or Christo-nationalism, right? In the country that's like, yes, America, under God, all of a sudden. And that was, by the way, that was actually inserted in order to fight against communism during the Cold War, right? Because communists were atheists and America is under God. It's like they wanted to make it absolutely certain that people get the memo. But no, the Democrats are like, oh, Christo-fascism are the enemy. It's not the economical problems. It's not the inflationary problems. No, it's Christo-fascism. Okay. Then they have like this culture right now. Like I seen some Democrats posting on Twitter that Christ is King is anti-Semitic. Yes. So a saying that has been uttered for hundreds of years all of a sudden has become anti-Semitic. And I would really like to have a conversation with these individuals, like with Ben Shapiro, for instance. I would love to have a debate with Mr. Facts Over Feelings. And I would ask him, is there anything that mildly inconveniences you or Israel that's not anti-Semitic? Like something that's, just annoying but on the surface. Like you can shrug it off. it does annoy you a little bit, you know, like hearing someone say Christ is king. I get it. But like, can we have something like that that's not anti-Semitic? Like, does it exist in the world? Is there something like, do South Park jokes count? Can South Park make jokes about Israel or you without being anti-Semitic? Because I'm genuinely curious at this point, you know, because I need to get on board with the program. I need to know what is anti-Semitic and what isn't, because the definition keeps expanding. You know, the OK sign is problematic now, and milk is problematic, and 100%. And I looked at the ADL page and a lot of things, even Pepe the Frog. So I gotta stay in tune, and I need to know from Ben. It's like, well, what is allowed and what isn't allowed, because I don't make the rules. I just play the meta. But going back, you know, circling back, their antagonism towards Christianity that doesn't seem to have an end. Like for instance, just so you know, it's hard to tell if this is mental retardation or if this is done on purpose to confuse people. They're having an egg painting competition at the White House, okay? And they're basically saying that they do not want any overtly religious themes. It's like, motherfucker, it's Easter, and you want egg painting. That in itself is an overly religious theme. Even if you think, oh, well, it's pagan, it doesn't fucking matter. It's been used by the Christians for thousands of years now. It is stuck. It doesn't matter when it originates, right? Like, most people do not even know about the history. They just know, yes, like eggs, Jesus, paint, bunny. Like, that's it. You cannot separate this from Christianity. Just like you can't separate transgenderism from the LGBT. It's ingrained. It's there, right? So like, what exactly are you saying when you're suggesting no overly religious themes this Easter? It's bizarre, isn't it? So I guess like if a kid does a little cross on the egg, that's not allowed on Easter. One nation undivided under, well, apparently not. Under the Democrats. I bet they would like to say that, right? One nation undivided under BlackRock. Oh. All of a sudden, that would be lovely that if they could change that. Under the ESG score. One nation undivided under ESG. See, that should be the Democrat motto. Love it. Meanwhile, my motto is grifting, okay? I'm going to grift now. If you go down into the pinned comment, the comment section, it will take you either to my Subscribestar or my Patreon. And for as little as $5, I mean, that's a bargain. You're missing out, okay? $5, you get buyer's remorse. So I would like to thank those of you who are supporting me, and happy Easter. Take care.